Yo, let's continue the Dawnguard quest.
Alright, Isran. You've got us all here. Now what do you want?
Hold it right there.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful. So, welcome to Fort Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What do we do now?
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. Soreen, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
Sure. I'm not exactly sure where I go to get up there, but I think it's this way. Should I sit this way? Here. Hello, friend.
I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed. This vampire showed up while you were away. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you. So let's hear it.
You probably weren't expecting to see me again. I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me. The reason I had it, and why I was down there. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it. It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll. I'm sorry. I had heard there were vampire hunters here. I thought they might want to know about a vampire plot to enslave the rest of the world. Was I wrong?
I don't know why I chose that option.
Well, let's move then. I'm nothing if not persuasive.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now? Why? Because of that story about the prophecy, about some vampire trying to put the sun out? Do you actually believe any of that? Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane. I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it. Well, the Moth priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a Moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before you know, the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit.
I know this is a pretty popular voice actress, but I don't really like her for some reason. So I'm not gonna talk to her. Where the hell am I going? It's really possible to have such a bad sense of coordinates. Oh well. I do know exactly where to go. We go to Dragon Bridge and ask the carriage driver there, and then you just talk to a guard and you're good to go. It's my illusion at now. It's very close to leveling up. I think I'm quickly gonna go to Ivarstead and kill a few bears for their bear hearts. I'd like to get some rigidity potions for when I do Black Reef. Is that a vampire? What are you doing here, motherfucker? Holy shit. I don't think I have the right gear on. That took so much magicka. No, I do. Oh well.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Holy shit, that did a lot of damage.
That's all you got?
Oh, I know why my magic is so bad. It's because I have Shadow Shield on. Huh. I wonder if she might have killed me if I didn't have Shadow Shield on. That's what I get for trying to level illusion. If I was smart, I would have just killed her with a fireball. Anyway. Thanks to that little exchange, illusion's almost at 65, so... I'm not a psychopath, I just wanted the venison.
Need a ride? It's one of them Imperial scholars, right? Old man with a grey robe. Might be that I have. but I can't say for sure. I got enough troubles on my mind just trying to scrape by out here. Now that I think on it, I did see your priest. They tried to hire me for a trip to Dragonbridge, but I told him that ain't one of my stops. Where do you want to go?
It's kind of funny.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Said it isn't one of his stops, but now he's gonna take me there because of better fast travel. I think I just need to talk to any guard here.
My cousin's... Ah. So that was a Moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop. Just headed south across the Dragon Bridge.
If you want to play with Shadow Shield, I would highly recommend getting the mod Shadow Shield fix for Requiem. It removes the effect, and the effect is really obnoxious. It creates this swirly red mist all around your character, which makes it hard to see what's happening. The blur fix removes the effect from blur, but that's kinda more of a player preference thing. I wasn't a fan, so I got rid of the effect, but it can be pretty cool depending on how your character looks and what kind of gear you're using. I almost want to just wait for my...
Do you need something?
Maybe I should talk to her actually. That'll give my illusion a chance to level up.
So far, that's a long story. I guess we kind of have to go way back, to the very beginning. Do you know where vampirism came from? The first vampire came from Molig Bal. She was not a willing subject, but she was still the first. Molig Bal is a powerful Daedric lord, and his will is made reality. For those willing to subjugate themselves, he will still bestow the gift, but they must be powerful in their own right before earning his trust. The ceremony was degrading. Let's not revisit that. But we all took part in it. Not really wholesome family activity, but I guess it's something you do when you give yourselves to a Daedric lord. Well, you've met most of us. My father's not exactly the most stable, and eventually he drove my mother crazy with him. And it all ended with me being locked underground for who knows how long. It's definitely been a bad thing, on the whole. I will be. Just give me a little time.
Nice. Can I get
Yes?
her to...
I'll be here.
So now that I have that, can see here while this effect is active, you have 0% movement noises. So you can sneak up on just about anything, as long as this is active. But as soon as you go out of combat, as soon as you go out of stealth, and you attack an enemy or something, you will be very susceptible to people hearing you. I'm a bit. How do I do this? I need to somehow get a hibernation touch on this doggo while the other dog is too far away, because I don't want to alert everybody in there. So much damage that one vampire did to me, so if I somehow get hit by one of the extremely high level vampires, maybe I'll just die. Is this one really gonna come closer? Maybe I can... That didn't work at all. Hopefully I'm far enough away that nobody else noticed me. Yeah, they're too far away to see me. Can these guys drop anything? Or is it always just death collar and their doggo meat? I don't think I've ever seen them drop anything else, so they probably can't. Any traps?
The more you fight, the more you will suffer.
I will resist you, monster. I must.
How much longer can you keep this up on, priest? Your mind is strong, but you're exhausted in the struggle. This is crumbling.
I wonder if this gargoyle is activated. Somebody up to. But I'm pretty far away, so. See what we're up against. There appears to be two fairly low level vampires. gonna kill this one and then I'm gonna blow these fuckers up.
Time to end this.
Yes, ice bombs. Okay, we're gonna have to fight this guy now.
But my master is dead.
I yield.
That wasn't me. You were fighting.
You arrived just in time. I think those vampires were getting hungry.
I'm quite all right, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. I'm a Moth priest of the White Gold Tower. These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools. You do? All right then, enough mysteries. You have an Elder Scroll. Remarkable. If my knowledge of history serves me, I recall that the Dawn Guard was an ancient order of vampire hunters. I will be happy to assist you with your Elder Scroll. Just tell me where I need to go. Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.
It's probably for the
Thank
best.
the divine. It is our sacred duty to study the Elder Scrolls. We read these ancient scrolls of prophecy in order to divine the future, and we use that knowledge to aid the Emperor. Sometimes we venture out into the world in search of more scrolls for our library at the White Gold Tower. That is the very purpose that first brought me to Skyrim. It is the great spire at the heart of the Imperial City, among the tallest towers in all of Tamriel. The lower floors are home to the Imperial Council, and the Order of Moth Priests occupies the middle floors. The tower suffered damage in the recent war with the Aldmeri Dominion, and is not what it once was. I hope one day to see it restored to its former glory. Not as much as I would like. Even after spending decades of my life in study of the Elder Scrolls, they remain a great mystery to me. It's true for most of my brothers in the Order as well. We don't really know where the scrolls came from or who wrote them. What we do know is that some are born with the special gift to read the Elder Scrolls. These chosen few can divine events of the past and future within the scrolls, though in time it drives us to blindness. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell. Even today, the Elder Scrolls remain a great enigma. Ambushed by vampires. Certainly wasn't expecting that.
Let's get out of here. So much easier now with Shadow Stride. Could have done a little bit better here. Maybe just been more patient and that would have worked, but realistically what I should have done is just hit them both with hibernation spray. It appears these guys were not close enough to react, or there was some kind of hidden in-game barrier that prevents them from acting unless I'm closer.
Where have you been? Whenever you're ready.
trying to think if there's any sort of prep work I want to do for Black Reach, but I don't think so.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Actually, there's one thing I want to do.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
I would like to go and kill a couple of trolls. There's this troll cave just below Valtheim Towers. That's really good for... Well, there's a shit ton of trolls in there. And I wouldn't...
Do you need something?
I think we should part ways.
Oh, alright. Goodbye then.
It's really good for troll path because there's like 20 or so trolls in there. And I'm gonna wanna max out my alchemy pretty soon, so I'm just gonna go kill them. Should also give me 1 or 2 levels of destruction. Just wanna do it now before I forget, because I'll have a big alchemy crafting session before I go into Black Reach. Just to get as high level as I can. I have no doubt that I can do Black Reach, but I'm a little concerned about whether or not I can deal with the enchanted spheres. If I can just use my sleep spell on them and one-shot them with Nightmare, they won't be an issue, but otherwise they may very well be. These trolls won't be an issue though. I can get such a low cast cost if I drink a fortified destruction potion. And I can one-shot everything. Actually, there's a small boss in here. But I don't think he'll be a problem either, because I can kite him outside. He's super tanky though. I'm actually gonna use Fire Rune instead. It's better for XP. I think that's all the trolls. Load it up. Do I have a fortified carry weight potion? I don't. It's okay. Drops this. It's worth 2,000 gold. What am I? It's obviously this way. Thinking of other things. Okay, so you get 68 troll fat from here. That's assuming I didn't miss looting any of the trolls, which I might have. But you just mix that up with torquer fat and you got a really good potion. Or poison, even. Because they match all 4 ingredients. Right here is a glass warhammer. Okay, but I think we'll end it on that. I was planning on doing Alftand, but I want to have my big alchemy crafting session before that, so I'm gonna head back to Whiterun and level up alchemy as high as I can. And then in the next video we'll do Alftand, and yeah, that's what's coming up next. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.